Hello everyone. Welcome to Bistro tonight. I'm Lexus Chen. It's my honor to be the host for tonight's sharing. So thank you so much, and great to meet all our new and our audience tonight. Yeah. So where are you from? Yeah, you are from Southeast Asia. You are from Africa or Oceania or Europe or USA. Okay, so please let me know where are you from, and also welcome the friends from all over the world. So tonight, this will be a live in Zoom, okay? The live sharing to all global audience. So please remember to share this to your friends, no matter where they are, okay? Thank you so much. And tonight, our main channel is in English, and we will also have the interpretation, okay? So interpretation for Bahasa Indonesia, Chinese Mandarin, and also the Khmer. Okay, if you want to listen the interpretation, please click the button at the right hand side. And then you can select the language which will easily for you to understand. Okay, so tonight's content is very important for you. So do you always watch movie and also like to watch the sport games? Yeah, for example, for me, I like football, I like basketball, and I also like to watch movie. One thing I want to share is about when I was still a teenager. I'm studying in the middle school. The first time I watched the football game, one player is playing that time. The name is Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, so everybody know this person, right? This is a great footballer. Okay, for me. Okay, right now, this September, Cristiano Ronaldo is still playing football in England, right? Everybody knows, right? From that time till now, already 20 years. And in these 20 years, I watched this gentleman playing football, and this gentleman is amazing, and like he's never getting old. Okay, he played like a young people which in age 20. Okay, the second NBA. Okay, LeBron James. Yeah, this person also playing basketball. The first game, I'm also studied in the middle school. Right now, it's also 20 years. But this gentleman now is still a all-star member of the NBA. Okay, still all-star. Now he's around 36, 37. Wow. So he keep a very good performance and also a very fit body right now. And also, if you like movie, yeah, you may know some of the name about the movie. Okay, so Tom Cruise, yeah, this gentleman, Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, and also another one, Robert Downey Jr., the Iron Man, right, Avenger, the Iron Man. And these two guys, it's already around 50 years old, but in on the screen, okay, on the movie, these two gentlemen still look like 30, 40, yeah, still very young. No matter on their face, on their skin, but very important is they look young and also acting young like young guys in their body. They have a fit body. So you may say they are sportmen, can have a training and also have some special treatment every day. Yeah. Okay. And second, they are movie star, right? They are super rich and they can have money to afford to let them to keep young. Okay. This is for this special group of people. But for us, really, frankly, do we have some other ways? Yeah, we are not a movie star, we are not sportmen, but whether we have some ways can help us to keep our body young, okay, keep our body fit. This is a big question. And also, do you want to seem like 5 to 10 years younger than your actual age, like those group of people? And do you want a cell and your body, which is 5 to 20 years younger? Yeah, that means your body is really healthy and have a good performance. Okay. Do you want your liver, your blood, and colon to be clean and healthy? Okay, so your body detoxification and the metabolism. And also, do you want to have a strong immune system? Yeah, immune system is also important for you at the current circumstance, right? And also the final one, do you want to have an ideal healthy body weight? Yeah, this is very important. No matter you're ladies or gentlemen, you need to keep your body weight in a healthy condition. Okay, healthy condition. Okay, so tonight we will invite an expert from Australia who have more than 30 years experience on what on anti-aging researching. Okay, so if you want to have some more information about anti-aging, just stay here and listen. Okay, then this gentleman is also a member of Bees World Smart Lab panel. Okay, also very important to do the researching and also bring us some amazing information. Okay, so let's welcome Dr. Fernando Cortizo. Hello, Dr. Fernando. Hello.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, very
hey,
good.
Hi,
Dr.
everybody.
Fernando.
How are you?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sorry, but we had in the last few days we had some terrible problems with internet all over Indonesia, actually. So I think it's got something to do with the solar flare, the current solar activity. So the internet is very, very touch and go. It comes and goes. It's not stable. So I'm sorry for that.
Okay, no problem, Dr. Fernando. We can hear you. And also thank you so much to join the sharing tonight. Yeah. So all our audience, yeah, some of you may already listen and get some knowledge and tips about your body health and aging from Dr. Fernando, right? So tonight we will pass the mic to Dr. Fernando to share you how to have a fit body. Yeah. 5 ways. Okay. Then during Dr. Fernando's sharing, you may have some question, right? So after Dr. Fernando's sharing, then we will have a question and answer session. Then we will pick some of the question to give you more information and answer. Okay. So Dr. Fernando, we cannot wait anymore. Please start your sharing about the fit. Okay.
Fantastic. Oh, well, thank you so much for inviting me tonight. And then I'm so happy to see everybody. I actually miss you for a long time. We haven't met for a few months already. So hopefully we can keep talking to each other and sharing our knowledge together. Now, tonight we're going to talk about fitness. Now, fitness is a very important concept. And I will tell you why, because as you were saying, as Mr. Chen was saying, what is important, of course, is what is the definition of fitness and what does it mean? What do you have to prove or to show to people that you are actually truly fit, right? Is it a physical attribute? Is it a psychological fitness that you're talking about? What is actually fitness? So I'm going to discuss with you very briefly some of these major issues so that you can perhaps make more sense out of the whole ideas. Now, today we're going to talk about 5 ways to a fit body, right? Or 5 ways to a fit you, okay? Which is actually an important concept, okay? Now, this idea that we're going to discuss today, all the information I'm going to give you, please keep in mind, is not intended as a medical claim, okay? We don't want to provide medical advice. So if you need medical advice, please refer to your family doctor or practitioner. The information that we provide you will be solely for educational purposes and for information purposes. Now, what is fitness actually? Now let's go straight into it because this is very interesting. What does it mean to be fit? Okay, what is the concept of fitness? How does he relate to our health? How does he relate to the state of mind? Okay, now one of the concepts or definitions of fitness says that fitness is a broad term. In other words, it's a term that covers many things, okay? And then, which means that it will be a different concept for a different person. So different people will have a different opinion about fitness, okay? But it really, when we talk about fitness, we're talking about your own optimal health and overall well-being, okay? Because being fit not only means physical health, but also emotional and mental health too, right? So sometimes we have to consider that your physical health will impact your mental health as well, and it will impact your psychological and often your spiritual health as well, okay? It's very easy to be spiritual, or much easier to be spiritual, when you're in physically good health. But when you're sick, when you're ill, and you're suffering from disease, you're suffering from pain, it's not so easy to be spiritual, right? It would be a challenge. Now, other people describe fitness in a different way. Now, the dictionary, and I want you to think about this carefully, and I'm not saying that this is really the way it should be, but this is one of the definitions that actually we find in the Webster Collegiate Dictionary. This is a very important dictionary that is used in Europe for colleges, universities, and the general public. And it says that being fit is the ability to transmit genes and being healthy. Now, whoa, hang on a minute. You listen to that, right? It says there basically that if you really want to be fit, you have to be able to have children. All right, essentially, transmitting genes is another term for being able to procreate or to have children. Okay, now some of us will be in the future past that point. Even if you're very old, you won't be able to have children, but you still will be fit. Okay, now this definition focuses on the ability of people to be able to have children and to remain healthy. Okay, it's a very important attribute because fitness determines our ability to survive as a species, as a human species, right? And now I need to tell you that in the past, when society was different, women were able to procreate much, much later in life. In other words, they were able to have children past 60 years of age, right? Now, this is a historical fact. I'm not telling you this as a fantasy, but it is a historical fact that we have lost the ability to reproduce and to have children at a very early age, okay? And men were able to have children until very late in life, 80s and 90s, right? Now, there's a lot of historical cases recorded that prove that what I'm telling you. Now, another concept of physical fitness is a state of health and well-being, and more specifically, the ability to perform aspects of sports, occupations, and daily activity. Now, what we are talking about here is that fitness is your ability to do sports, to do your job, and to do daily activities, which is, in a way, I think is very accurate, right? Another group defines fitness as the ability to perform daily tasks with easily, without becoming tired, right? Now, I reckon that many of us are not going to be able to pass the fitness because we all feel very tired during the day often, right? But being physically fit, it means that you are able to do your daily task, your daily activities with ease, without being tired, right? Now, some experts define fitness as the ability that we have individually, to execute daily activities with optimal performance, endurance, and strength, and being able to control diseases, fatigue, and stress, which are produced by lifestyles which are very sedentary. In other words, sedentary behavior and lifestyles. Okay, so I'll repeat it again. Some of them say that the ability to execute our activities daily with optimal performance endurance, and strength, right? Controlling disease, fatigue, and stress is a good measure of fitness, okay? Now, the real definition of fitness, and I'm going to tell you, this is my favorite definition, right? This is the one definition I think you need to use, because you would understand what I'm trying to talk about and what our concept is, the concept that we need to handle in our life, okay? And that is that the real definition of fitness, okay, is a fit body is able to do what is designed to do without breaking down, okay? So what I'm trying to tell you in physical terms, for your physical health, what is your body designed to do? Now, if I ask you that question, I'm going to get 1,000 different answers, right? But I'm just going to give you the answers that I think probably reflect the truth. So what is your body designed to do? Why are you here in this planet? Why did God put you on this planet? For what purpose? Okay? What is the idea behind your existence? Now, what is a body designed to do? I will tell you very simply that a body is designed to live a long time disease-free, okay? So a body is designed to live for a long time without disease, without sickness, okay? Now, the body is designed to give you good quality of life with happiness and enjoyment, yes? So one of the designs of the body is that it will provide you with quality of life and happiness and enjoyment, right? The body is designed, in fact, and it does this on a daily basis to keep you young for as long as possible. I don't believe that the body is designed to make you older, right? And to make you suffer and to give you disease. But the body is designed, in fact, to preserve.
Hello, Dr. Fernando. Yeah, hello, everyone. Hello, Dr. Fernando. Yeah, sorry, everyone, for the connection. Yeah, we'll wait for Dr. Fernando to reconnect to the internet and to continue our sharing tonight. Please just wait for a moment. And for keep your body fit and also keep your body young, I think all of you is very really want to know about the secret behind, right? So please remember to share to your friends or your family or the person who need to know more about how to keep your body fitness for tonight's sharing. Hello, Dr. Fernando. Okay, so everyone, I think you're really working hard today. So let's do some sports to relax. I'm waiting to you for the connection.
Hello.
Hello, Dr. Fernando.
Hey, hi. I'm sorry about this. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah,
We can hear you right now.
I'm so sorry. It has been the same for almost 1 or 2 weeks already, at least in Indonesia, I think. So I'm very sorry for that. I will continue with our presentation, yeah?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, we're here now, right? Okay. So we were talking about what is our body, in fact, designed to do, okay? And what we're saying is that in the end, your body is designed to provide you with quality of life, happiness, enjoyment, and to prevent diseases well into your 120 years of life. And we are looking at 150 years in the next 10 years. So this is the reality. It's not a fantasy. It's a real process. It's something that we know is achievable. And many, many people have achieved that now. And there's even reports of people living to 130 years of age, depending on where they are, okay? So it's important to be aware that it is quite possible to achieve that. Now, the more important question that we have is how to be healthy, how to achieve good health, how do we achieve fitness, what are the processes that we need to be fit, how to be fit. And then there's 5 essential components in fitness. Now remember, in the past we've always spoken about the 3 ups, which are important steps in the preservation of fitness and achieving fitness and good health. Now, the number 1 is muscular endurance and strength. The lean up part of our program, it is extremely important and fundamental step in achieving fitness, okay? The body detox system, which we talk about as a cleanup process, that's a very important part also of fitness. Improve nutrition, which will have an impact on not only nutritional levels, but also in your detoxification, as well as assisting in the process of maintaining an adequate environment for life to be able to process, for life to be able to exist. So if you want to be fit, remember the first 3 steps are lean up, clean up, and nutri up. So in other words, improve your muscle structure, improve your detoxification system, and improve your nutrition. The other 2 very important parts of the fitness program is cardiorespiratory fitness. In other words, being able to have a good quality, a good level of cardiovascular health. Now, the cardiovascular fitness simply represents the ability of your body to be oxygenated and for oxygen to be able to assist you to maintain good health internally, right? So the cardiorespiratory fitness is a very important part of our search for fitness and how to stay and become fit in our lives. So the last one is a body defense system and immunity. So it's very important, of course, to remain fit, that we have a fantastic immune system. And so therefore, we have to boost our immune system to stay with that level of competitiveness so that we can always have a good control on our health and to be able to sustain life in the best possible way. So remember, there are 5 essential components. There are 5 steps for a fitter body. There's 5 ways to achieve fitness. Okay, the first one is muscle endurance and strength, body detoxification, improved nutrition, cardiovascular fitness, and immunity, or the body defenses against disease. So these are the very important parts or elements that contribute to the existence of a fit body. Okay, now I have given you, and I will provide you these 3 of the major studies that have been done, which show, for example, how important physical activity is in terms of health benefits. Okay, very, very important. And this references that I'm sending you, that I'm showing you, that I'm going to give you, and you can source from us, will show you basically that all the research that has been done to be able to prove that fitness, health benefits and fitness go hand in hand, and that the fitness process not only supports your overall health, but also supports your cardiovascular system, the health of your brain. It actually supports and improves your lung activity, your kidney function, which is very critical, your liver function, which is extremely important for your survival, and circulatory and blood system. What you will find is that there's a lot of information if you want to go to these journals and you see for yourself how well established the science is behind fitness and a healthy life. Now, recently, and I was reading just before a couple of days ago, 2 days ago, I was reading the most recent discovery that was done in Melbourne, in fact, in the University of Melbourne, just in July. And this discovery has actually shown that they found this gene, okay? They found this gene, and this gene produces a protein, and the protein is called NANOG or NANOG, the NANOG protein, okay? Which actually, job of this protein is to promote the development of muscle. And so what they found is that if you overexpress this protein, in other words, you produce a lot of this protein in your body, you will be able to regenerate your muscle activity in a very efficient way. So it's very exciting itself, because it's a very clear way to achieve anti-aging and regeneration of your muscle mass, which makes 40% of your body mass. Almost half your body is made up of muscle, okay? Now, let's talk about the development of muscle. Muscle development is extremely essential for you to achieve fitness. Remember this, in our experience over the years, we found that the only true remarkable anti-aging activity is weightlifting, okay? Now, other physical activities are also important. They are not to be discarded, but I advise our older members of our groups, I'm talking about older, I'm talking about 60 plus, 55 plus perhaps, that to avoid extensive running, for example, right? I always say this to you at every meeting, that we have found that muscle building, weightlifting specifically, no matter how heavy or how light the weights are, weightlifting in a regular basis, it is the most clear way to achieve anti-aging, right? To stay young and to control your aging process, okay? This is very, very important. Now, if you're going to undertake the process of fitness, if you're going to follow through the iSolution program, for example, to help you in this journey, you have to do exercise and you have to control what you eat. Two very important steps. The lean up process, the development of muscle, requires for you to exercise, okay? Maybe in the future, scientists are already working with a medication, with a drug that will mimic the benefits of exercise. In other words, that you're going to get the same same benefits of exercise just by taking a tablet, right? But at the moment, that is not available, right? At the moment, that is not possible. So you have to remember that if you want to stay on the young side of life, you want to be fit, you have to exercise pretty much on a daily basis, but you can do 5 days on 2 days of rest, right? Most recent research has shown that if you lift certain amount of weights throughout your life, throughout the days, and then the only thing you have to do often is to present yourself again, try to lift this weight only once or twice, and they have determined that you will benefit, right, from that activity. You don't have to do weightlifting for half an hour or 1 hour. Even 5 minutes, 10 minutes is more than enough, okay? Now, what we're looking for is a way to lean up, to control our weight, to develop muscle mass, okay? How we control our weight and how we control our metabolism, okay? Now, we now use dietary milkshake, which is very rich in protein, by the way, to help us to build and repair muscle tissue. Also, to improve energy production for muscle activity. So remember, the first step in achieving fitness is to control your weight, reduce fat tissue, and increase muscle mass, okay? The amount of muscle that you have in the body. That is one of the most important steps in your life in order to stay young and to stay fit, okay? No matter how old you are. You know, we had patients before, they were 80 years old up to 95 years old, and they were exercising regularly in the gym, right? So you can do it. You can do it. You have to start slowly, start gradually, but do it on a daily basis for a few minutes, okay? This is a very important step. Now, the second one is a cleanup process. Remember, we're looking at what is necessary for fitness. And what is necessary for fitness is essentially to have a system in your body that, in fact, allows for a good blood flow and an improved digestive health, leading to bringing you to a point where you have a good detoxification system, which operating for your benefit is actually giving you the elements so that you can actually achieve fitness much, much faster. Now, for this purpose, personally, I always use the dietary fruit juice because I find that dietary fruit juice is my favorite. I do like dietary milkshake, but dietary fruit juice for me is very important because I can use it throughout the day as I see fit or as I need, okay? And it does a fantastic job in helping your body to remove toxic substances, okay? It will increase significantly the amount of energy that you produce as a consequence, giving you that extra energy to be able to carry through your daily activities, okay? So clean up is step number 2. Step number 3 is Nutri-Up. We talk about nutrition a lot. We talk about nutrition almost on a daily basis. But the very important thing here is that we need to have a nutritional protocol, a nutritional process, okay, to prevent disease, to give us the energy that we need, and to help us to control our weight, because controlling our weight seems to be the never-ending challenge that we face. And I think you will agree with that, right? After a certain age, you are going to have a challenge. And the challenge is how to control your body weight with declining energy. You will lose your energy and then you start putting weight on. And that becomes a double challenge. So Nutri-Up is a way to provide the type of nutrition that will allow us to regain our energy for activities and to help us to control our weight. Now, with dietary milkshake, normally I see a boost in overall nutrition process. Okay, there are very important nutrients in this formulation, which actually will provide you what you need. Now, the dietary fruit juice is very rich in fiber intake, and it has a fantastic, very strong effect as a prebiotic in terms of promoting gut health, into reestablishing the balance of gastrointestinal function, which is so important for all the functions that we need, especially for maintaining health. Now, this is the NutriUp step number 3. Step number 4 is aerobic fitness. Now, here we are, because a lot of people have different ideas about exercise. Should we do aerobic exercise to achieve aerobic fitness? It's not really the case. You will achieve aerobic fitness without necessarily doing aerobic exercise, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. Now, there are certain types of exercises which will give you the same benefit that you get with aerobic exercise, right? Now, remember, aerobic exercise tends to be very heavy. It can be very trying. You're supposed to do it for a long time. And this is something that if you're a certain age, you should not really follow. You should follow essentially a form of exercise, consistent, regular exercise that will allow you to achieve aerobic fitness. You understand what I'm trying to say, right? Aerobic fitness doesn't mean that you have to do aerobic exercise, although some aerobic exercises can be very good for you. For example, and I give you an example of this. I love exercise bike. Exercise bikes, if you use it in a certain way, will allow you to achieve aerobic fitness very fast. And it's very gentle on your joints. If you bike properly, right, in the right way, and in the right intervals, in the right program, you can achieve aerobic fitness, right? But you don't have to run. Now, running is an aerobic exercise, but to me, especially in Indonesia, when you don't have, unfortunately, we don't have, we live in big cities, we don't have the gardens. There are gardens, but we cannot really go out and run. There's a lot of traffic, a lot of pollution. So running outdoors is out of the question for me, anyway. It's not something I would do if I want to stay young, okay? Now remember, I'm not saying that it's not good to run. You can run for a short time, but don't do it extensively. You look at the marathon runners, right? If you look at them, you will see marathon runners at 40, 45 years of age, they look extremely old and age, right? Because, aerobic, extensive, and chronic aerobic exercise can be damaging to the body as well. So you need to do gentle exercise, any form of exercise, which will improve your aerobic fitness, right? That means gentle, regular exercise. And then part of the aerobic fitness can be achieved by lifting weights. It might take you longer, but it's safer and it has more benefits, okay? So reaching aerobic fitness can be done different forms of exercise. You can do it by swimming, which is a fantastic exercise if you can access a pool regularly, right? You can do it by cycling. You can do it by playing certain sports, right? Gentle sports. So aerobic fitness requires gentle, regular exercise and diet control. So that will improve your aerobic capacity. It would lower your blood pressure. It will reduce the risk of chronic disease. In other words, as you do more regular exercise, you will reduce the risk of most chronic diseases, okay? And it will improve your flexibility. Your physical flexibility is a very important part of your fitness, yeah? So aerobic fitness is one of the important elements which will bring you about body fitness, okay? Now, your immunity is a fundamental part of the mechanism of your body to protect itself, okay? You need to boost your immunity, okay? Because as we get older, our immunity reduces dramatically, right? And one of the main problems with immunity is that bad nutrition, malnutrition, okay, can affect immune activity by not providing the right nutritional elements, okay? So believe it or not, but nutrition will impact on immunity significantly. There are other factors as well that will improve your immunity. Eating the right foods, the right amount of fiber in your body, the right amount of antioxidants in your body, right? You'll be impacted by, in other words, your immunity will be affected by pollution, okay? By medications of different types will affect your immunity, right? Recently, there's a lot of, and I'm not going to talk in detail here, but there's a lot of reports showing that some of the vaccines that people have been getting can actually change your immunity in the future, okay? And then you need to research that for yourself, okay? So immune cells become less as you get older. Our job is to maintain the right level of immunity by providing the right amount of nutrition and also physical activity, which will impact on your immunity, okay? Now, we know that dietary milkshake promotes the development of new immune cells by improving the numbers of new cells which are involved in immunity, okay? The dietary fruit juice, as we said before, will help you to remove the toxins that overwhelm, in other words, that put pressure on our immunity and then allows your body to restore your immunity, okay? When you combine them, both dietary milkshake and dietary fruit juice, they contain high quality soluble and insoluble fibers, which are extremely important to control your health, your intestinal health, and also in controlling your immunity. So having soluble and insoluble fiber are two very important mechanisms or elements which will support our immunity as well. There is a lot of research, we covered this in the past, that fibers have been shown to improve immunity in a very dramatic way, okay? Now, the cornerstone of physical healthness for us, the cornerstone to preserve your fitness and to achieve your fitness is iSolution program. And the iSolution program will essentially provide you with the elements to be able to achieve this quest of reaching fitness. Now, remember, this is a program, then the iSolution program is in fact a program, and I encourage you to follow the program, properly in detail. It's only 2 weeks we're talking about. Now, some people can do it for longer, others will do it intermittently, but the 2 weeks part of the program is very critical. While you are trying to develop fitness, you need to do two important things. Well, the three important things. Number one, you need to follow this 14-day program precisely. Number two, you have to exercise, okay? Don't expect improvements unless you exercise. Number three, okay, you have to control your diet. In other words, you have to take steps, very important steps, to be able to control what you eat. Remember, this is one of the biggest challenges that we have, right? It's a challenge that equals to none. And then as we get older, we tend to become more interested in food than when we were younger. And then we tend to lose weight slower. So we become bigger, right? So this is very important. Three things if you follow the iSolution program, which I recommend for you. I tell you, this is very effective. I have seen it in practice. I've tried it myself. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I have actually lost 12 kilos, but I gained a lot of muscle, right? So I've been doing this program, and I wish I could show you, but I cannot, right? But I managed to increase the level of muscle mass in my body to a very significant degree, right? While I've lost weight, I regained in muscle mass. Now, this program that you see in front of you is in fact the key. If you can approximate or get close to this program, you will succeed. Anyone that wants to do this will succeed, but you have to be disciplined at least for 2 or 3 weeks while you start, okay? Now, remember what we talked about, and I just want to give you an overview very quickly. The iSolution program, the products part of the iSolution program for a fit body, okay? It's a very important combination. They will help us to get rid of abdominal fat, okay? It's a very important step in achieving fitness. You lose abdominal fat, you lose fat, and you increase in muscle mass. You will have a higher level of energy, better detoxification. You will see the detoxification effect through your skin. You will see it through the way that you feel on a daily basis. In your response to stress, you will see a better detoxification, right? When you're faced with challenges, especially physical challenges, you will see the benefits of a good detox program, which is part of the iSolution program, okay? Now, the proteins that we use in this combination of the iSolution programs is of very high quality, good quality protein with high absorption that will help you to build muscle mass. You are not going to get extra mass unless you have the right nutrition, okay? You can exercise as much as you want, but if you don't feed your muscle, your mass, right? Your muscles, if you don't feed it properly with the right nutrition, it's going to be very difficult. So this is one of the jobs of the dietary milkshake, is to provide good quality proteins, especially MCTs, what I will discuss with you later. The MCTs are my favorite, in fact, in the DMS composition, which actually improve, controls inflammation and helps in the assistance of developing new tissue, especially new muscle tissue, okay? Now, the two main products, and this is not a very complicated program, it's a very simple program, but very effective. The dietary fruit juice, use it throughout the day, especially in the times where you don't want to eat, but you want to have something to drink, for example, that will give you extra energy and promote your stamina and detoxification, okay? The combination of tropical fruit juices are my favorite, to be honest with you. There's a lot of antioxidant, very important antioxidants in this fruit juice combination with very low glycemic index, yeah? Very low glycemic index. There's a good amount of vitamins and minerals and an amazing quantity and quality of good fiber, yeah? Now, the dietary milkshake, as I said before, is in fact, will provide you with the protein to be able to develop muscle mass and fitness, okay? When you bring them together, you have a complete effect, which is a healthy gastrointestinal system, good quality protein, good quality fiber, right? Prebiotic activity, okay? And then what you need to do then is include it in your daily routine, in your daily diet. Remember the program, don't forget, the 2 weeks program is extremely important, okay? You can do it in other ways if you want to, but I will follow the program for success, okay? Now, in summary, iSolution program will help you to stay fit. It will help you to control your weight, which is what we want to achieve. It will help you to lose fat and shape up. This is very important, right? You're never going to be fit unless you lose fat and you shape up, okay? It will help you to deal with the true causes of aging. In other words, improve detoxification, digestive function, improve internal energy, improve your muscle mass, your mobility, and your strength. It will improve your life. And that, I guarantee you, that if you do it properly and consistently and disciplined, you will get the results, okay? Sorry about the problems with the internet. Thank you so much for tonight.
Thank you, Dr. Fernando. So thank you for your sharing. I think you already know some more information about how to keep your body fit, right? So for the iSolution program, it's really an amazing solution for you and also for your family, okay? So from Dr. Fernando sharing, it can help your body for the detoxification, anti-aging, yeah, and also boost up your immune system, metabolism, and also very important, weight control, okay? So this is good and also benefits to you and your family. So I think you already have many questions which would like to ask Dr. Fernando, right? So now it's the question and answer session. Okay, I will pick some of our audience to have the question. Okay, so the first I received the information is from Mr. Ongi Hianata. Okay, Hi, Mr. Onggi Canada. Hello, hello, Onggi.
Yes, Lexus. Thank you.
Ah, thank
Yeah,
you,
thank you,
Pak.
Lexus. Yeah, Dr. Fernando, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you. Great.
Well,
Nice to hear from you.
yeah, long time not see each other.
Exactly. That's right.
Yeah, today I learned something new regarding the fitness includes 5 essential components. And regarding this, actually this morning, my personal trainer asked me to do a special. Normally, I do only weightlifting. Okay.
Right. Correct.
So he asked me tomorrow to do the aerobic. He said that it's also important. So today, when you discuss this, actually connected with this morning issue. And by the way, yeah, like you say, avoid running. Okay.
Right. Right.
So my first question to you is, how about walking and fast walking? The first question. The second one is that include good aerobic fitness. The second question is the portion of the combination lifting and the aerobic fitness, and what is the composition, ideal composition according to you?
Okay. So if you're remember this, Ongi, that if you're younger, I'm talking about in your 20s. Okay.
Now I'm 23.
Okay. I thought so. I was going to say 22, but then you beat me there. You look younger for sure. But no, if you're a younger person, your heart to achieve aerobic fitness, your heart have to reach maximum number of beats for at least 1 or 2 minutes, right? And then that maximal heart rate, that means the maximum amount of time the heart is pumping in 1 minute, right? As you get older, that becomes less and less and less and less and less. So when you are 20, your aerobic objective is to reach heartbeat of 130 to 140 per minute, right? Now, when you're 40, it becomes 100, 90 to 100. And then when you're 60, okay, you're going to, don't quote me exactly on the numbers, but that's roughly the trend. When you are 60 or plus, it's around 70 to 90, right? So as long as you achieve that maximum heart rate, okay, which is determined by your age, right? Then if you can sustain that heart rate for about, let's say, 30 seconds, okay, then you achieve some of the benefits of aerobic training, right? Now, I always say that I recommend when you're young, you do more aerobic training. So you do 70% aerobic, 30% weightlifting, right? When you're younger. When you're older, the reverse happens. You need to do more weightlifting and less of this strenuous aerobic exercise, right? So in other words, to achieve aerobic fitness, as you're older, you can use other means, right? You can use other ways. You can actually do it by, if you want to run indoors, not outdoors, indoors, you can do it as long as you don't stress your body by the running, as long as you're using the right shoes, and then as long as you don't have arthritis in your joints, right? There's a lot of issues that are very important, right? Remember that your trainer does a very good job, but he doesn't know the state of your body, right? This is why often many people, they die during training, because the trainers cannot predict what happened to this person before this exercise. Did they have a high risk of heart disease? Did they have a blockage in the arteries, which it shows when you put the body under pressure, right? So as you get to a certain age, you have to change. This is our experience, and this is what we're beginning to see more and more, supported by science, that aerobic training is important, yes, but for us at an older age, at a higher level of aging, we need to do more weightlifting, and let's say after 50, you have to reverse it and it has to be 70% weightlifting, which is what I do. I do 70, 80% weightlifting, 10, 20% of cycling, right? This is a exercise bike.
Okay.
But I'm not saying that your trainer is telling you wrong. I'm saying that the trainer is trying to give you the best of what they know. But the problem is they don't really know the status of your body internally, right? Because that you never went for a checkup. You didn't do a blood test. You didn't check your arteries. They don't know. They're trying the best they can. They give you good advice, but I will exercise caution, right? And then the last 50 years, the aerobic push was very big, but now we're beginning to understand that aerobic training is not the best for everyone, right? And
Okay.
some people will do better with less aerobic training and more of the other exercise, especially muscle building and weightlifting, right? Now, the aerobic fitness index increases with weightlifting, right? Significantly, right? But remember this, I want to tell you one thing only. When you do aerobic exercise, you're trying to push your heart to reach maximum beatings per minute, right?
So meaning, especially for the 60 and above, 50 and above, when we do the aerobic, it's very important the device of the heart rate. Is that correct?
That's right. That's right. And also, Paongi, remember this: your heart has inbuilt limited lifespan. In other words, it was designed by our creator, by our God, to beat so many times in a life. In other words, it's like a furniture that is tested. You know, you sit on the chair for 10,000 times. In the 10,001 times, it will break, right? The heart is the same. The faster you make your heart go, the more you spend the beating time that the heart has conditioned. So there's a limited number of beatings in the heart that is allowed. When you exceed that, the heart will fail, right? There has a structural failure, right? It will naturally fail because it's got a physical structure, right? So it's very much like a chair or a sofa or a table that when you put so much weight on it so many times, it will break, right? It will be okay for most of its life until it breaks. The heart is the same. So I always say to people, try to avoid having to achieve very high heart rates. In other words, consistently running, which brings your heart rate to a very high level, right? It does have a negative effect on the heart. It improves your aerobic fitness, but the muscle of the heart gets affected by that, right?
Okay, got it. Thank you for the explanation.
No problem. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, see you soon. Thank you.
For sure.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. Ong.
Thank you, Lexus.
Yeah, and also we have some more questions because our time is limited. So Dr. Fernando, may I ask you 2 more questions?
Absolutely, go ahead. I have plenty of time, so if you want to stay longer, it's all right for me.
Okay. So for the question, first question is also from our live chat. So if anybody has a question, you can leave the message here. Then the first is that whether we can drink the isomil, because from the 14 days program, it is said that every day we take 2 times of the iso juice, right? And 2 times of isomil. So whether they can take twice of the isomils in the morning. They don't have breakfast. They just take iso for 2 times. Is it okay for the program?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Yes, you can. You mean to do the program 2 times or 3 times?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Actually, what I mean is that morning we have 1 time meal, and also in the evening we have another time, right? So
yes,
we move the evening the quantity to the morning. So morning take twice, then evening they don't eat too much. Yeah, is it
I can do that, because what we provide the program as a guideline, right? So that
yes.
It has some flexibility. If you use the same amount of calories and the same number of times that you take the dietary fruit juice or you take the dietary milkshake, you can rearrange it throughout the day to fit your personally, right? Like I do that myself. So in other words, I don't eat anything until 12 midday, right? Which is even the dietary fruit juice I don't use in the morning. I use it at lunchtime, right? So I move my eating time, my eating window to later. Okay, so you can adapt that program to follow your lifestyle, how you respond. Some people need to eat in the morning, other fellows they feel very weak and very, they don't feel well. So other people don't like to eat in the morning, right? So you have to adapt that program as much as you can, but stay within the boundaries of the program, right? So in other words, don't eat too much, because the moment you start putting food in there, you're eliminating the benefits, right? Don't eat sugary drinks, okay? Substitute one of the meals for the dietary milkshake. In other words, don't eat as normal and then take the iSolution program on top of it, right? Because I have seen people do that, and they don't understand that sometimes you have to substitute certain meals, right? It's very important, because it's what we need to do, is what you have to do to control your weight. You have to substitute the massive meals that we normally have by something healthier, right? Which will stop you from being hungry. It will satisfy you, and then will give you the energy and all the elements to continue throughout the day, right? So yeah, I think you can be flexible, but I would tell people, try to stay within the program guidelines as much as you can. But there is flexibility, of course, right?
Okay. So another question is about when should our consumer to stop use the ISO product, and is it whether it will have dependence about this product?
Look, I get addicted to feeling good, That's my addiction. I get addicted to having energy in the morning, to being able to run. I'm addicted to, and I will tell you, like I was able to have my son when I was, 65 plus, right? I'm addicted to feeling younger, right? So that's the kind of addiction that you're going to get, which is not a bad addiction by itself. Now, none of the DJS or dietary fruit juice and dietary milkshake produce physical chemical addiction. None of them, right? But it's like some say, are you addicted to food? And people say, no, I need food, right? So I tell them, so you need nutrition, and you need fiber, and you need the elements of a good nutritional program, right? And you need to lose weight. So the answer is, there is no addiction, really. The only addiction is about the benefits of the positive effects that we get. That part I'm guilty of, because we become addicted to that, right? Now, when should you stop using these products? I would say that the day that you control your weight, you achieve fitness, you reverse your age of 20 years, right? Then you can say, well, I will use iSolution later on if I need it, right? But for the majority of us, there is no need to put a timeline, there is no real need, because as I said before, it's these elements, beneficial elements that we should take, like we take food, right, on a daily basis to help us to stay healthier and survive. So I don't feel that there is any negative effects, any negative buildup of taking iSolution for a long time, because most of these products have been experimented on and tested for many years, many decades now, and there's essentially natural elements that will not produce any form of negative effects, right? So I would say that no need to stop, really, unless you want to try something else, unless you achieve the goals. Like I said before, I'm already fit, I look like a Superman, I look 20 years younger, I don't need this. Okay, I would say, yeah, I would say try something else, right? You don't need it, right?
Okay, and this is the last question. Okay, last question. So this product, the formula is low GI, the ingredient and the formula, right?
Right.
So Is it same saying it is low sugar, and whether the people in diabetic can take this product?
Okay. So all right. So this is a very important question. What does low GI means? Does it mean low sugar? No, it doesn't. Now you can have a fruit, for example, that has a lot of sugar. I'll give you an example of a vegetable, the carrot. The carrot has a lot of sugar in it. But when you take a carrot, the spike of sugar in your blood is very short and it doesn't last very long, right? In other words, that's what we call low GI. So the low GI index is more important than the sugar index, right? So something can have a lot of sugar, but have a very low GI, right? In which case it's safe. It means that when you take that fruit or product with low GI, you don't increase your blood sugar very high, right? So you don't spike the blood sugar in your blood. Now, some things, some elements, some fruits, for example, have very low sugar levels, but very high glycemic index. In other words, that having small amount of sugar still, because of the nature of the fruit, it spikes your blood sugar, which is what we don't want, right? And then people ask me about pineapple, for example, and I tell you, pineapple has a lot of sugar, but I use pineapple because it has low GI, okay? And then the spike of the sugar is not very important, but a potato has high sugar and high glycemic index. So if you're diabetic, you should never really use potatoes frequently, right? Because your sugar goes, that's why they use potatoes during war. You know, the Second World War, the only thing they eat is potato, right? Because it has such amount of sugar and energy by the sugar, right? So it keeps people going just by eating, like the Irish, you know, during the famine, they only eat potato. And when they had potato blight, that's the disease of potato, millions of them died, right? Because it was the essential food staple that they survive on. So potato is like a sugar bomb, like an ice cream. It's more than an ice cream, right? Okay, so the concept of low GI is important. So if it has a low GI, it doesn't mean that it has low sugar. No, it means that this product, this fruit, this bread, or this product that you have will not increase your blood sugar so much, right? And that's what we're looking for. So the iSolution products all have been certified as low GI, which means that when you take, even if you're diabetic and you take the dietary fruit juice or dietary milkshake, the spike of sugar will be very low, right? And that's what we are looking for. We are looking what effect does this product or this fruit has on my blood sugar, right? Because the moment your blood sugar increases very high, you increase the spike of insulin, and the insulin goes even higher, right? And that makes you insulin insensitive, and it makes you diabetic type 2, right? So, yeah. So these products are designed to provide you with the right nutrition, the fiber, provide you with the antioxidants, provide you with the NTCs, you know, the medium chain triglycerides, which are the good fats, without increasing your blood sugar when you take it, right? And that's really the difference, okay? That is the important aspect of low GI, right? Somebody just asked also, I saw some of the messages from some of the members, but I'm sorry, we cannot answer everything, right? But they were asking me, how long should I take this product? And I'll say, well, you can take it as long as you have a need for them and they will benefit you, right? Now, someone was asking me that they have diabetes and then how to eat properly, because this particular friend here used to follow the program, but didn't lose weight. So often what happens when you are diabetic is that your weight control is not working, right? So if you're diabetic, I suggest that even more, if you're diabetic, you should follow this program because it will benefit you. Now, to lose the weight, you have to do everything that we discussed before. That is exercise. You have to control your diet, right? And control what you eat, especially high glycemic index fruits you should not use, like watermelon, like, apples have very high glycemic index, a lot of sugar and high glycemic index. So for a person that has diabetes, I would say that to lose weight, you should try to follow intermittent fasting together with that, because the intermittent fasting will help you to control the weight as you become a diabetic, right? So you should try it again, but make sure that you control the diet, exercise as much as you can, right? Reduce all sugars in your diet, coffee with sugar, tea with sugar, ice creams, cakes. You need to eliminate that, right? So controlling diabetes is a very complex thing. Maybe one day we can have a chat to talk about, to talk about this part, because it's very important information. I mean, most of the population is suffering from some form of sugar problem, right? So we should try to do that in the future. Now, one more question. Don't cut me off, Mr. Chen. I have an interesting question coming through. For example, somebody asked, Mirna asking, can I drink isomil twice in the morning, right? Mm-hmm. Now, so you can twice in the morning. Now, when you talk about isomil, I'm assuming that you're referring to, let's say, the dietary fridges, right? Now, if I was going to eat in the morning, I will have it for breakfast and I will have it at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, right? So in the morning, it can be used twice. And it works well, as long as you stay within the program, right? There's another question here. ISO products series, low GI. Yes, ISO, we said before, this is from our friend POH. Yeah. It's low GI. It's not the same as saying low sugar, but there is not really sugar in not significant sugar in the iSolution program, right? But in general, saying low GI doesn't mean low sugar. It means low spike of sugar when you take the product, right? Another question, can we use ISO forever? My answer is, yep, you can use it forever as long as you have a benefit and you need it. I don't believe in taking things that don't benefit you, right? So as long as you have a need for fiber, nutrition, you have a need to control your weight, I think it's no problem. There's no other side effects that are likely to happen, right? And then we have this question, when should I stop to use ISO product? We'll have dependency. We said no. You're not going to feel dependent. Somebody asked me, Bofalin says, I really love aerobic. And I'll tell you, some people love aerobic exercise. And I think aerobic exercise is good. It depends on your age, right? It depends on your physical condition, right? But it's not, aerobic is enjoyable, but try to choose aerobic program that is gentle to the body. Don't go running in the street in Jakarta, right? Because you're going to have a lot of problems, right? Especially even in Malaysia, in KL. You can't go outside in the street and run, right? If you're going to do aerobic, try to do aerobic that is gentle to the joints, gentle to your heart, and it doesn't exhaust your body, okay? So, yeah. So let's see. Anything else? I'm sorry I took more of your time.
Hello, Dr. Fernando. I think the time is limited tonight. So, the room, we already marked down. So, thank you so much for all your sharing. And I also take a lot of notes here tonight and tips tonight. I will also share to my friend and also our audience. Please also share this information to your friends or family who need it. So, iSolution, ISOMilk and ISO Juice is very important for you and your family. Okay, so Dr. Fernando, this product, a teenager can use it, right? And also for the elder.
Children, you mean?
Yeah, children. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Can
yeah,
start
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah. I mean, children can use them. I mean, there's no reason why. I mean, we give children McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
Don't we? I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to McDonald's in the corner here, it's full of children, and then, but there's no reason why. There's no reason why you cannot give a solution to children, right? But I wouldn't put them on a diet, right? Now, if the child is 12 years old or older and is overweight, okay? Now the child is overweight. Now, if you go to a good doctor, the doctor will say, we have to put this child on a diet program and exercise, right? He have to lose 20 kilos. You know, there are many children like this. I see them all the time, right? They are computer geeks. You know, they sit in front of the screen all day since they were 2 years old. And now they develop obesity, they develop diabetes, many diabetic children. This is the first time I saw a diabetic child was in 1986, and it really shocked me, right? It shocked me. Now it's very common with many diabetic children, overweight. So these children, 12 years and older, put them on a program. Yes. Reduce the food, exercise. Yes. Everything that you do for adults, you can do with them, right? Now, a younger child doesn't need to be put on a diet because the body needs nutrition to grow, to get strong. So you don't want to put a child on a diet unless he's very overweight. You know, like there are children who are 3 times the normal weight. Now those children have a pathology, they have a pathological problem and a disease. But if the child is normal, don't put your baby on a diet, of course. But if you give them, I give my baby, I have a 4-year-old and he's very tall. He's 115 centimeters at 4 years of age, right? And then I give him dietary fruit juice to drink, and he loves it, right? Because he doesn't like Coke, he doesn't like soft drinks. I never give him soft drinks, but dietary fruit juice he can have, and he loves it. And he, you know, you have to see how healthy and how tall he is, right? I'm not saying this just because of dietary fruit juice, but I'm saying that it is safe. I would give it to my children, right? But not on a diet process, right? I will give it to them as extra nutrition, extra fiber, because there is no fiber in the food that we get from the supermarket. It's very low in fiber, right? You know, the apples had been in storage for 2 years in a freezer, and then they bring it out and they put it on the shelf, and then they say, oh, look at a wonderful apple. That's wonderful. It looks red, but it has no nutrition, zero nutrition, right? It's a chemicalized food supply, the one that we use. And that's why I think sometimes you have to give your children some supplementation within reason, right? Natural food, milk, whatever you decide to, eggs. You know, I use a lot of eggs. Eggs are very important because they are a bundle of nutrition. There's so much nutrition in an egg. Forget about the cholesterol. It's not real. That is not true, right? Science shows clearly eggs are very safe, right? So anyway, so that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So iSolution program is not only for your family, but also really important is a healthy choice. Okay.
That's right.
So forget about the bad habits. Forget about the junk food. Okay. So this one will be your best choice in your daily life. Okay. So for the people who want to keep fit. Okay. What
yes.
a nice topic. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Fernando, for today's sharing. And also we have some more good news for everybody. Okay. Please. So for our visual, we already prepare for the fantastic promotion for you. Okay, so now in Indonesia, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and Cambodia, okay, you can purchase our iSolution program product. Okay, so we have ISOMilk dietary, and also the dietary fruity juice. Okay, 2 products. Okay, so 1 set of ISOMilk, okay, include 1 box of ISOMilk. Okay. 1 set of ISO juice include 2 boxes of ISO juice. Okay, so the category is by set. Okay, so right now from 22nd today to the coming Monday, 26. Okay, so if you buy 4 sets of ISO, you will get 1 set for free. Okay, you can choose meal, you can choose juice, but we suggest you follow our iSolution 14 days program, okay? And also very important, if you are Bistro Week card user, you can enjoy 5 3 sets free 1 set. Okay, this is amazing promotion for you. So if you want more information about this product, please contact the people who share tonight's sharing with you, and also contact our branches, Bistro branches, Indonesia, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and Cambodia for more information about this promotion package. Okay, so thank you so much for tonight, and also thanks Dr. Fernando for your amazing sharing, and also thanks for our audience to take the time to join our sharing tonight, yeah, for around 1 hour. Okay, so in the future we will also have more and more training and sharing about the healthy lifestyle and also the healthy product. Okay, just follow our Bistro Global social media account in Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram for more information. Okay, so in the coming October, we will continue to have 2 more sharing. Okay, this is about our Angel Moon and also the Alpha Meta. Everybody waiting for so long. Okay, so please follow our social media to know more about the coming sharing in October. And October is also our anniversary of Bistro. So we will also give you so much amazing, surprising information and also the promotion to you. So just follow, okay? So thank you so much, Dr. Fernando. Everybody, please say thank you to Dr. Fernando. And we also hope to have more opportunity to enjoy this sharing and get more tips, and healthy information from Dr. Fernando. Okay, so thank you so much. Goodbye and take care.